Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where I hit the wrong button and we are not going into the Crusader Kings video. Or rather, the Crusader Kings mode here. There we go. Okay, hopefully that's the last of the incompetence here, because we are at war, and we're heading on into this guy's capital. We are, of course, doing a de jure war here, and he's fleeing up this way. I'm completely okay with that. Does he have any allies? No, he doesn't. And so I think that what we should do here is, obviously, remove our mangonels from here, like so. And apparently there's more mangonels in here? No, I think it's just 100, isn't it? Yeah, I was for some reason thinking that this number was changing, but no, it's absolutely not. And we're going to leave about 2,000 levies here. The rest of these troops, they're going to come up here and see if we can chase these guys down. And it almost looked like we caught them there, but not quite. If only we had those horseshoes, huh? We're going to head over this way to make sure that they don't cut us off going into our besiegers here. And this is a fine direction to go. Oh, hey, this guy's trying to kill us. Where is he going to go from here? He's going to retreat back this way. This is a big mistake by him. And he knows it, too. He's caught, and there's nothing he can do about it. He needed to proceed up this way. He had to continue going north. There was no option. He was in a corner there otherwise. So that's great. We'll catch that army. This will likely stack wipe. Yes, that does indeed stack wipe. We're going to come over here, and that did actually get us 50% on that war score, so that's great. We're going to come over here and begin a slow siege, and these guys, they're going to group up over here with us once they finish sieging this capital in 4 days. There we go, we're at 88%, and how much of that was from occupying holdings? 28% for this county. This is a pretty small territory that we're attacking, so fair enough. So we're going to head on in and finish off this slow siege. 5 months left on that, at least until our mangonels show up. Now that they're here, it's 46 days. We do want to get trebuchets fairly quickly here. Horseshoes and... what are we focusing right now? This is the exposure. We're focusing advanced bow making? I must have forgotten to set this. We're going to set this as horseshoes. There we go. And then up in here, we're probably going to work on trebuchet at some point in the near future. Excellent. And let's just go ahead and grab that and enforce these demands. Perfect. And that gets rid of some of this border gore. There's still this up here, which isn't great, but it'll do for now. Now we have some money to spend, and I would like to spend that money over here, where there's a special building available. And that building is the mines here. This is fantastic. We are absolutely going to construct that plus 5 taxes per month. We're not going to get all of that, obviously, because of our vassals holding these things, but that is completely fine. And I'm just going to go through here and look for things that I can spend money on upgrading until we're out of cash for a little while here. I'm not too concerned about getting these fully maxed out. I would love to have a duchy building over here, but we're actually not eligible for that. We can, however, construct a forestry here. Excellent. And one here as well. And now we're pretty much out of cash for the time being. So let's check in real quick on... oh, right. We can increase our men-at-arms. That's something we should absolutely do. We are... I would love... What's the most number of men-at-arms that we can get? Let's check our technologies here. So we get here, men-at-arms gives us a 1 additional regiment, and standing armies gives us 2 additional regiments. So the most is 8. What are bowmen good at? They counter skirmishers. War elephants also counter skirmishers, but they also counter heavy infantry. I'm thinking about replacing these bowmen with a unit of war elephants. And yeah, that's expensive. But I do want to ransom these, so that should pretty close to pay for it. So yeah, I want to get another unit of war elephants here. And then for our 7th regiment, or rather our 6th regiment, I would like to get another unit of siege. So that would be another unit of mangonels for our current technology level. And then for the 7th, I think that we double up our heavy infantry to counter light cavalry and spearmen. And then the question is... No, I don't want to raise our men-at-arms. Stop that. Stop that. The question is, what other types do we not have countered? Heavy infantry are countered by our war elephants. Pikemen are countered by our heavy infantry. Bowmen are considered archers, which are their own type here. They're in turn countered by heavy cavalry and light cavalry. I don't think that countering archers is that big of a deal here. Or countering skirmishers, for that matter. But skirmishers are countered by our war elephants. Light horsemen are, of course, countered by our heavy infantry. Skirmishers are currently countered by our war elephants. So yeah, I'm pretty content with this. We're not going to have a counter for archers, but I think that's okay. I think that's completely fine that we're not going to have a counter for archers. If we run into an issue with it, then we can toss one in. But that means that we can have a grand total of 4 units of siege weapons, which means we can siege very quickly indeed. And we can have 2 units of heavy infantry and 2 units of war elephants for countering. I'm pretty content with that, I think. So we should definitely bump up our mangonel size to maximum here. We can extort subjects, and this is absolutely something I'm going to do. Where are our loyal subjects? There we go. Fantastic. And that money is going into our men-at-arms. We're going to bump all of these that we can up to maximum size. This isn't going to be all of them by any means. War elephants are very expensive to increase, so it's going to take some time. The mangonels we're going to improve one more time here. And the question is, how long will it take to get all these maxed out? Well, this guy wants to give us 25 gold, so I'll accept that, and 100 gold. I'll accept that too. Unfortunately, war elephants cost 400 gold. We're going to ransom all of these prisoners that we can. We're just going to go in via here and mass ransom. Fantastic. Our wife has consumption. Be cautious. We can change this person's contract, and I'm going to bump their levies up here. There we go. We can lawfully imprison this guy. We only have a 10% chance of success, so I'm going to hold off on that. We can demand payment off of this guy, and I guess I'll do that. It's only 4 gold, but she died. Did she die of consumption? Nope, old age. I mean, we are getting to that point, right? We're 61. We need to start thinking about what's going to happen when we die. And what's going to happen when we die is, to some degree, horribleness. But it's not going to be that bad, I don't think. Let's take a look. We're going to lose 8 titles on succession. Most of them are going to go to this guy. This is only 3 sons. Do we only have the 3 sons? Maybe. No, we have more than that. We have more than that. Not sure why we're only getting... Well, the whole Raj of Sinhala is going to this guy. That's what's going on there. This guy is going to get this county. This guy is going to get this county. We're going to maintain the kingdom title down here. We're going to maintain the duchy title here, as well as these 3 counties. Or rather, these 3 holdings within the county. That is, I think, acceptable. Yeah, I think that's okay. Not too concerned about that. We're going to increase our war elephant size here. We did just finish a faith conversion task, and we should definitely continue working on that. We are kind of falling behind on our faith conversion. Do we maybe want to convert to one of these that exists up here? I don't think that they're going to be fundamentally all that different. Reason being, I want to keep the Dharmic pacifism for now, and that would be the major thing that I would be interested in changing in our religion. And the reason I want to keep that for now, of course, is for the domain limit. So I think that'll be fine. We can declare wars, and that is maybe something that we want to do. We could... I think we're still truced with this guy. Yeah, we are. We could attack over here, potentially. Just a single county. I'm going to do it. We're going to attack from here. And how many troops are we going to need? Not a ton. Our men-at-arms have arrived. This is enough. In we go. Phenomenal. And we are, of course, going to use all of our new mangonels to siege down their capital that much faster. Will this be a stack wipe? I kind of don't think so, but maybe. No. Apparently the spouse of our son and heir has passed away. I don't think we care. Like, I don't think any of this is particularly important. He does only have the one child. So maybe something like this. Just get us a bit of an alliance. I'm not too concerned about inheritance right now. That's something that we can look at a bit later on. But let's get this siege done. Yeah, that's happening much more quickly. Wonderful. And yes, I will join you in this, but I don't think I need to participate, do I? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I don't think we actually need to help with that. We could go up there, I suppose, after we're done with this war, see what we could do. Maybe farm up a bit of prestige. Not the end of the world there. But this will, of course, get us progress towards our empire title, which we currently require 18 more counties to be able to create that. After this war, it'll be 17. We did just finish promoting culture, so let's continue working on that somewhere like here. Excellent. And we're not going to need to construct anything over here, so that's great. Let's go ahead and bump up this unit of war elephants again. We'll ignore him and steal his ideas. Perfect. And once we get this... Oh, we got a manipulation hook on him. Once we get this, then we're going to, of course, come over here and attack. And this won't take long either. And this should finish the war. This war looks like it's already over. We don't need to worry about it. So that's great. They're not going to be able to siege back their capital before we win this. How far are we on horseshoes? Not very. About 7 years. Good. That is very, very good. Okay, let's end this war. And we'll disband our troops. Not going to spend cash on this over here, of course, because we need to continue working on upgrading our elephants. We have a long ways to go on these elephants. So we'll bump that up to maximum size. But ultimately, 400 war elephants is going to be very, very effective. What counters war elephants? That's something I should figure out. Spears? It is a heavy cavalry, so I would expect pikemen counter them. But that's okay, we have a counter for their spearmen. So that should be fine. We cover everything except for archers here, and we're going to get 4 total units of mangonels. So I'm very, very happy about that. I also very much don't necessarily want to go to advanced bowmaking. It's unfortunate that we were on that for a little while. I would probably want to go for trebuchets next. I feel like economically we're doing okay, and I'm not too much in a hurry on that. As far as Madurai goes, we could still work on maxing this out. It's an option. Let's see, that's a duchy building there, not a special building. I'd kind of like to look around for additional special buildings in our holdings here. That's a duchy building. Ransom, sure. We'll accept that. This city here probably should get a forestry, and I'm going to put that in. Well, let's go ahead and upgrade our war elephants to rank 2 here, or size 2 rather. Excellent. So that's already going to be 250 war elephants. We do have a new diplomacy perk available. We're going to take Dignitas. Fantastic. And ultimately, our succession looks fine. We can transfer this guy, and that is something that we should probably do because they're de jure. And we're going to do it. Yes, we will get critical here. Okay. Excellent. And a successful wound treatment. Perfect. That is, of course, fantastic. I am going to upgrade this military camp here. I do want to get our personal holdings maxed out fairly quickly here, and they're pretty much there. There's a couple of buildings to be upgraded yet. We're getting exceptionally close here. We just discovered Arched Saddle. Not like that's important. That allows us to recruit Armored Horsemen, but we have War Elephants in that slot. So that's not going to be a thing. And it is fascinating, it is fascinating horseshoes, or we fascinated that, but it's also exposing horseshoes. So that's interesting. We're now going to get horseshoes in about 3 years. Let's take a look at this Liberty War. Honestly, I feel like she's got it. I feel like we don't need to intervene in that. However, I think I am going to raise just our men-at-arms somewhere like here. And we'll help out. We do have borders up here. So let's do just men-at-arms. Let's also go ahead and upgrade our war elephants here again. Wonderful. And we'll attack over here. So we should be able to get some pretty decent war score over here via sieging, and this isn't going to cost us too much since we're just using our men-at-arms. Yeah, we're able to cruise through this. Somebody lost a battle, but that's not a big deal to us. 5215, huh? That is a lot of troops compared to our 1300 here. But we have succeeded on some sieges down here. And that's absolutely great. As soon as we get another month tick in here, we'll bump this up to size 4. There we go. They're going to attack us here, and it's actually even. I'm going to put this guy in, because he is much, much better of a commander. I wish they hadn't done that and had joined us instead. This is slightly problematic here. We're going to need a few more troops. So we're going to raise up somewhere around 2,000 here. Actually, this is fine. This is fine. In we go. Hold out until the reinforcements get their men-at-arms. They're going to retreat, aren't they? Yep, they're going to retreat just before. Oh, but this is fine. That's a fine retreat point. Okay, come on back in, and you'll be fine. We're not going to actually fight with the men-at-arms. We're going to siege here. It was the 2,000 from behind that were a little too much for us. That's okay. Okay, at this point, this is more troops than we need. I'm going to split off, I don't know, maybe around 5,000 troops, and they're going to come in here. The rest of these, they're going to go get put down. So we're not going to need them. So we'll do that. Excellent. And we are, of course, replenishing our men-at-arms here who died in that battle. They definitely inflicted some outsized casualties. There's no doubt about that. And we're going to bump our war elephants up to size 5 just as soon as we get ourselves another month tick here. And we're just sieging here with our levy troops providing some backup. Also, their capital is under siege right now, so that is fantastic as well. We're going to attack up over here. And that will be great. We're at 45% war score right now. Once this siege finishes... Well, I don't like the look of this, actually. I really don't like the look of this. Got a level of stress. Sure. We should deal with that, and we are going to. I would like to not die just yet. So we will flagellate and see how that goes. Sweet, sweet pain, apparently. Yeah, this is not going to go well up here. This was never going to go well. As soon as I saw these guys coming in, I was just like, that's not going to go well, but I don't want to split our forces. Actually, I should have checked to see how many troops they still have. 4,300? Yeah, splitting our forces would probably have been bad there. We don't know where their other half of their units are. Or, I guess third at this point. Are they going to come down here? I'd like it if they did. No? I guess they're not. Sounds good to me. We're going to keep sieging. We're making good money from this. And see here we're up to our full amount of siege weapons. And our heavy infantry are still replenishing. Our war elephants are as well. And that's completely fine. Next tick, we're going to be able to bump up our war elephants. And that is definitely something that we are interested in doing. We're going to go hit this castle next, and then probably head across to their capital. There we go. If these guys, well, they don't really have enough to siege the capital, do they? I was going to say, if they want to siege the capital, they're welcome to do it. But I don't think they're going to succeed in that. Yeah, no, they're definitely not going to succeed in that. That's okay. We siege very quickly at this point, and it's going to get more quick as the game goes on. We're going to continue working on that. Our horseshoes will be in about 20 months, so that is also... Nope. That is also great. I keep telling them to head out over here instead of getting rid of the message. Okay, up we go. Sieging their capital should end this war. We do have enough to upgrade our war elephants again, and so we shall. Excellent. We've definitely had a little bit of war contribution here. Literally 100% of the war contribution. Great. Well, their capital's falling as we speak, and this should be the end. There we go. We're disbanding our troops. And we'll let our ally do the peace. We, of course, aren't the war leader there. Fantastic. And we'll increase these war elephants up to size 7. Only about 400 more gold to go. In fact, exactly 400 more gold. I do want to attack this guy again when our truce is up. Definitely. As far as our next life's subjugation war, what do we want to go for? That's a good question. That is a very, very good question. These guys, perhaps? I feel like that would be a good subjugation war. It's a kingdom tier realm. Never mind, it's a county tier realm. This is a kingdom tier realm. It was a county tier because it just changed hands. That's okay. Yeah, going for this kingdom tier realm would, I think, be a really solid play. So I think that's going to be what we're going to do. That does, of course, mean we're going to have to farm prestige next life like there's no tomorrow in order to get that done. Our son is already 46, and he's at 425 prestige. I wish he was at a little bit more. That's for sure. And if we see that we're about to die, we can always grant off these titles. And that's probably going to be the plan here. Is that any titles that we're going to lose, we're going to grant off to if we see that we're going to die. And we probably will quite soon. Let's get our men-at-arms maxed out. There we go. Let's see, we're currently 65. Granting out these titles is going to build up a lot of stress because we're greedy. Our health is currently poor. And ultimately, I think it's time. Let's go into our succession here and see what we're going to lose. So the Raj of Sinhala is something that we are going to lose. So this should be granted to our current heir, if we can. Well, actually, we probably can't because he's our heir. Unless we were to change our heir. Right? That would be the way that that would work. So do we want not this guy to be our heir? We could designate, say, this guy. He is younger. Can we designate this guy's son and bypass him? No. I think we just got to deal with it, ultimately. It's not going to be too bad. Most of these we can take back immediately. And it should be fine. Or most of these... This guy is going to be a problem. We're going to have to fight this guy. But with our men-at-arms maxed, I don't think that's going to be a problem. We're now infirm, and we're going to die. I keep coming back to this is fine. I think we allow this succession to happen. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll see how that plays out next episode. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.